Hi Joanna, thanks for being available today to talk about Jane and this potential secondment in hardware and homewares.
Not a problem. Always keen to see and support a member of the team to considering a new opportunity.
What I'd like to cover today is to give you an overview of the role, the broad perimeters of the secondment, and understand a little bit more about Jane. It'd be great to understand what makes Jane tick, what you've observed, and what you think we should do as a secondment as a success. Ideally, at the end of this meeting, we can reach consensus that a secondment is a good thing for Jane and the organisation. How does that sound?
That sounds good.
Let me describe the secondment to you. We have a team that is out for a year, and recognising that I cannot get an immediate experienced H&H resource, I am considering a secondment, as it is the best of two worlds. We have someone who can join the team knowing the company, our policies and procedures, and the person gets a chance to try a different department, which helps them move along their career path. I appreciate that anyone joining H&H has a new product line to learn, but by considering a secondment for another team, there are definitely some positives all around. So overall, the secondment is 1 year, and as per the HR policy, we would do reviews, like the 6 months being the key point where we would expect the person to be performing as per their peers. Coming back to Jane, how long has she worked with you and what have you observed?
She's worked in gardening for about 2 years and she seems to get along with the team. There's also been some good feedback from customers in that time about her helpfulness. That said, I would not describe her as a high achiever or a go-getter, more like a middle-of-the-road team member. Dependable, but not a go-getter.
Okay, well, interesting, and thanks for your candidness. It could be that a change will do us some good and provide Jane with the challenge to move into higher gear. How quickly did Jane come up to speed in the gardening products?
Actually, I would say she is competent dealing with customers on about 60% of the range and very capable on the remaining rest. From memory, she took about 4 months to come up to speed, but we do have a strong mentoring and buddy system in gardening to help team members to come up to speed.
Okay. I used to work in gardening in a previous life, so 4 months sounds a little longer than normal, but not unusual given the seasonal sales cycles for plants. Interesting that you mentioned the budding system. All being well, I think I might put something like that in place to help support Jane in the secondment. Is that a good idea? Outside of the product range, how would you describe Jane's willingness to learn?
Again, she is a middle-of-the-road team member. She was keen to learn about the new roses and native shrubs that we have started to stock, and more recently she has become the champion in this space for the more complex customer questions. I have to say, thinking about it, that was a big achievement for her and she certainly received some good customer feedback.
Good. Well done to her. Just to cover the basics, do you have any concerns about Jane's knowledge of sales order processes, point of sale systems, OH&S or other policies or procedures?
No, not really. I think she is competent on point of sales and nothing comes to mind on other items. She is a good middle-of-the-road employee, so no concerns from my side.
So I guess the key question is this a good move for Jane, and do you support the secondment as being beneficial for her and for the firm?
Absolutely. I think 2 years in gardening has built up her confidence, but Jane needs a challenge to test her out further, so a move would be good for her. If it doesn't turn out well for her, then I would not hesitate to have her back in gardening. All I would say is put in place some buddies for her and meet with her regularly.
That's great. Thank you for your feedback. One last question. If we do not want to hurt the gardening team, so when we could start the secondment?
I think about 3 weeks would be good, maybe the start of next month, so I can organise a casual.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Joanna.